Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, it was meant to find you. Welcome to my corner of the world where we chat with our higher selves in order to find clarity. So this read is for your masculine self. If you haven't checked in with the feminine side, check the last video upload. This is all about your feminine side, your vision. Today's reading is all about your masculine side, what steps you're taking to assist the vision that you have in coming to life. So, the way that I channel is I communicate directly with my higher self. That is where I get my messages from. By you being here, your higher self is in communication with my higher self in order to bring forth messages. In other words, everything I'm getting ready to tell you are things that you already know on a very deep level. I'm simply here to provide you with encouragement, support, and clarification. All right. So, let's begin. I'm going to thank my higher self for the clear messages, clarification. I'm going to thank your higher self for being here for the chat. And I give permission for my guidance system to guide us through this read. All right. Okay. So let's see. Oh. Okay, what do you got for us? Where's our masculine side out? Let's make some space for the masculine side to step out. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay, we got 4 of them, so I will take all 4. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. It is flipped in reverse. Expect powerful change. Again, flipped in reverse. A personal issue reaches resolution. Upright. And you are good enough. Upright. Okay. A new romantic cycle begins. Now it is in reverse. So there's something about romance. Okay. So what you're going through is a closure. You're going through some type of closure. For those of you that are into angel numbers, it's 1222. Take a look at that. A new romantic cycle begins. Because it's in reverse, it makes me feel like you're going through some type of closure of an old romantic cycle. Expect powerful change in reverse. I almost get this, not a give up energy, but just a worn out. Need to sit down and rest. Need to rethink about things, need to look at the full picture type of energy. So there's something here that is closing out. I also feel like with that expect powerful change being in reverse, it's almost like you already expect it. Like you know that there is a change coming. I think you're aware of it. You're aware that you're on the horizon of something. If you weren't aware of that, then I'm telling you right now, you're on the horizon of something occurring. What's interesting is this is your masculine read. And the first thing that comes out is a new romantic cycle. So it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. Both energies reside within you. But if you're going through a romantic change, then that means there's a part of you that is changing. There's a part of you that is done with the old, is how I feel. An old way of doing things, an old lifestyle, an old experience. You're just done with it. You're so done with it that you're not even... It's interesting with this expect powerful change, because coming out in reverse makes me feel like you do expect it, but yet there's another part of you that's just like, when is it gonna be here? I'm running low on steam type of energy. that moves us into a personal issue reaches resolution. So that's also why I kind of feel like you know that change is here and that it's on the horizon. You just can't see it yet. And so naturally there's some of these feelings that are like, what is going on, right? What? And that's also why it's coming out in reverse. We're getting a couple energies from that card. There's just like a little bit of this, like, what is going on? But the fact is, the card itself holds a very powerful purificational energy. Purificational? Is that a word? I don't know. I think I just made it up. But it holds the energy of purification. And so the fact is, it's on the table being read to you right now. And so there is this energy of change, almost like a mourning. Like there's a sadness. Okay, the reason okay. If you're feeling sad or upset, remember, you are not the energies. You are divine at all times. You're just feeling the energies, okay? You're just feeling the feelings. You are not the feelings. You're just feeling them. I feel this immense sense of mourning and sadness, but yet this overwhelming sense of excitement as well. So I feel like you're going through a death and a rebirth on many levels. If this is coming out, the romantic cycle, every relationship outside of you is a reflection of the relationship within you. So if you're going through a relationship change, the truth is you're changing. You're becoming something else, right? And it's in alignment. A personal issue reaches resolution. You are good enough. This change is in alignment with who you truly are. Not who you were when you were hurt, not who you were when you had past traumas, but who you truly are. That's what this whole game is down here anyway, right? Finding your way back to who you really are. Getting rid of the layers that have been put on you through traumas and through lifetime after lifetime, through experiences, people's circumstances, society. There's all these layers on us, and we have to go through this process of peeling back the layers to find out who we really are. And this means shifting. Friends, careers, jobs, relationships, all of this will constantly be shifting. And that's what you're in. You're in a huge shift right now, and you're scared, but you're excited. You're like, where is the change? But I know the change is here. And it's just that middle ground that you're walking. A personal issue reaches resolution. So there's something that you're looking for. I feel like I'm confirming for you that it's okay. You may have just needed to hear today that it was okay. And it's okay. You're going to be okay. I am okay. I am safe. All right? You want to say this over and over to yourself right now. Your masculine side is changing. The way that you've been doing things your whole life, which is your masculine side, the steps that you take tangibly, it's changing. And so there's this part of you that I feel is like almost lost, but yet you know that you can't keep doing things the way that you've been doing them. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting the same results. So there's this part of you, this masculine within you, that's going through this breakdown and rebirth right this second. All right? And you are good enough. During this process, one of the most important things is just to fill your cup. It's not to really do anything other than assure yourself and stay focused, right? And this is where it's very powerful to pull in that feminine energy and harness that vision and stay there with it. Maybe you don't feel like getting up and going to the gym today. That's okay. But if you could close your eyes for a few minutes and envision what you're trying to create for yourself, that's important. That's important. Everything else is going to be all over the place right this second, but use your feminine side, harness that vision, and support your internal masculine, because you're going through a rewrite. You are quite literally going through a rewrite. All right. This is intense. All right, let's clarify these and get a little bit more on these. A new romantic cycle begins. I keep getting brought back to like, you may be going through a physical romantic cycle changing, but again, it's you that's changing, which is a really beautiful thing. All right, this is, if you're going through some type of change with a friendship, a relationship, family members, whatever that change is that's changing for you, it's actually verification that you are coming up out of your old patterns, that you are changing as an individual. All right, I know it doesn't seem that way right this second, but I want you to hold on to that, because those are the things you have to hold on to, especially when you're going through a significant change. Like, this is happening because I'm becoming more in alignment with who I am. And you got to hang on to that. All right, a new romantic cycle begins. Look at that. 6 of Swords. Forward movement. Yeah. So there's something, there's someone, there's some type of circumstance that's around you that you have already made the decision. No. What I'm being brought to is that everything happens energetically first. It happens in the mind first. As soon as you make that decision mentally, things start moving for you. So you may have made this decision a while back, and now it's just the physical movement of things, which is actually a really good thing. Okay, the 6 of Swords is moving forward. 5 is a little bit of chaos. 6 is beginning to come out of the chaos. Swords is being clear, being decisive, hanging on to that vision and running with it. There is no plan B, because we're sticking to plan A, right? I say that all the time. So there is some type of ending going on, an old you that is shifting away, and that's going to reflect in your tangible reality. So there may be a relationship, somebody that you love, something that you used to do all the time that is no longer serving you, and so you're clearing that out, and it's really uncomfortable. Your masculine side feels very uncomfortable. I feel a little lost. Like, well, this is what I've been doing for who knows however long. Well, now what do I do? Right? And that's why we're moving into this expect powerful change. The card itself has a beautiful, vibrant energy. Being in reverse, we're kind of getting a bit of both. There's a part of the masculine side that feels a little lost, a little uncomfortable. But then there's another part that's like, I know I have to go through this. I know I have to feel these feelings to get to the end, to get to the resolution, right? It's just a part of the process. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that one was in there. This is so funny. My higher self, our higher selves are a hoot. Let me tell you what. The reason that this one just popped out is because there is something that you want to start. There's a goal of yours that's in mind, okay? And it is imperative right now while you're going through this transition to stay focused on it best you can, okay? Hold that vision of what you're trying to create. The other thing is, I don't know exactly what your belief is, but there are universal laws that govern the universe. One of them is the law of free will. Your guidance system can help you to an extent, but they can help you much, much, much more when you ask for it. And that's because of the law of free will. If you ask for it, now you're putting your free will toward your guidance system saying, hey, I actively want to work together. Okay? If you have somebody that you're going into business with and you're just thinking of the idea, but you don't ask, you don't say, hey, let's get together, hey, let's talk about things, it's not going to move forward as proficiently as it could had you said, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, let's just start energizing this, right? So to me, this coming out makes me feel like communicate. Communicate with your higher self right now. Use this as an opportunity to call your guidance system in. 1234. Taking the steps you need to take, right? Use that guidance system. I say it frequently in a lot of my reads. The way that I see things is, we're navigating in the woods down here. We can't see more than a mile outside of what we can see. You need that bird's eye perspective, that higher self perspective, okay? So you could even get a regular deck of cards. You could get a regular deck of cards. Learn how to begin communicating with yourself. You don't have to be a full-on tarot reader unless you enjoy that type of stuff, but find ways that work for you to communicate with your higher self, okay? And begin giving permission for that energy to surround you at all times. I mean, wake up first thing in the morning and say, higher self, work with me through my day. Let's go. It's going to make a significant difference right now. And that, quite frankly, is probably a part of your new masculine routine, is co-creating. Previously we were taught that we lived in a world where we didn't know if anything else existed. Well, we know now that that's not accurate, right? It depends on whatever your belief structure is. It doesn't matter what's right or wrong. What matters is that you believe something that supports your survival, and believing that you have a team working with you, whether you can see them or not. Feeling that love and that energy is something that you have to have if you want to create a successful life for yourself. So choose to communicate, choose to use that free will, and ask your guidance system to work with you. Ask your higher self. Communicate with whatever tools you can communicate with. All right? And then also hold that vision. Whatever that is that you're trying to envision right now, hang to it, okay? There's a part of you that knows, I have to go through this. I have to go through this if I want to get to the other side. Okay? And honestly, expect powerful change. There might be some feelings there that are like, am I finally gonna get a break? Expect powerful change. Okay? Ace of Wands. It is facing east, which to me is very private. Okay, so there is something that you've been having to deal with within yourself, a very private issue. Probably this, whatever this is going on over here, that has been looking for resolution. And I want you to know that it first has to reach resolution in your mind, okay? And then it begins forming in the outer reality. So I feel like with this being facing east, east to me is very internal, very personal, very private. And it's interesting because it's a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so whatever you're worried about, hand it over to your higher self. Know that it's already been heard. You have to make that decision first within yourself before it becomes form. Okay, this to me is letting you know that you've already made the decision. Now you just have to let things change. You've made the decision. Now it's just about surrendering, being very in the moment. Ace of Wands is beautiful. Wands is very spiritual. Ace is end all be all. Big, bright energy. Everything you're looking to accomplish, being accomplished. All right? But you have to make that decision within your mind. And I think that might be a little bit where we're stuck too, is these old thoughts keep coming up because of what the outer reality looks like. Well, am I going to have to do this because of this? Or am I going to have to go there because of this? It's like, don't let the outer reality throw you off from your game plan. Okay? Stay focused with unwavering faith. Everything is moving to serve you. It's being rebuilt to serve you. It's already done. You made the decision a while back. This is who I am. This is what I want to become. It's already done. So now it's just moving to create the decisions you've already made. You are good enough. I also kind of feel like, it's very important right now for you to embody the belief that everything is okay and a resolution is on its way. Again, this is a very personal thing. When everything outside of you looks a little bit chaotic, when change is occurring, it's extremely uncomfortable. It's difficult to keep your mind focused on the prize, to not be thrown off. But it's really important for you to understand that you are good enough for this, and whatever is happening outside of you doesn't matter. Do not waver from your truth. Keep yourself in a vibration that says, I know things are changing to serve me. I know things are changing to serve me. I know things are changing to serve me. Okay? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. The Three of Pentacles came out in our feminine read yesterday. And the Justice card. Okay, so keep showing up to the table however you're showing up. Something is going to happen. An opportunity is going to open to you. People are going to start talking. I feel strongly like people are going to start talking. I think if you keep putting your eggs in this basket and you keep feeding the fire that you're trying to fuel, something that loves and supports you, something that's in alignment with you, it doesn't matter how close or how tightly you get squeezed, it's going to happen. But what's going to happen is during that cycle, when you're trying to create this new step for yourself, this new life, this new career, this new relationship, when you're trying to create this new you, this better version of you, ultimately, at the end of the day, everything that you have around you that's been built on a lower you is going to shift and change. And that's going to be really nerve-wracking. Okay? And in some ways, I feel like that's what's happening. But I feel like it is going to pay off hardcore. This Three of Pentacles just makes me feel like I feel like this is you. And it's like the Justice card is coming out because, first of all, if you're facing your fears and you're eliminating all of this old lower thoughts that are coming up, all the thoughts and the beliefs that have tried to hold you back, you're eliminating them, right? So you're in the middle of this powerful process of death and rebirth. Okay, but this rebirth is going to be so beautiful. And that's the Justice card coming out. Is like, that's what you get then. Because you've been putting in all this time and energy. You've been saying, I say it all the time, there is no plan B. Because plan A is happening. And that's it. When you show up to the table with that kind of energy, justice is served. Right? And then this Three of Pentacles, I feel like it's other people talking about you. In a good way, though. I feel that this is really, really, really good. I feel like you are good enough coming out with this. I feel like people are going to start talking. People are going to start wanting some of that energy, some of that vibration, some of that, hey, what are you doing over there? You know, how are you doing this? But in order to get to that point, you're just going through this process right now. All right, this process of letting go. That's that Six of Swords. Letting go of what doesn't serve you. Moving on from the past. Moving on from old vibrations, friendships, careers, jobs. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever does not serve you, and you know what that is. You just have to allow these emotions to come up. Remember that you are not the emotion. You are divine at all times. You are just feeling the emotion. Allow yourself to feel the emotion, whether that be a cry, whether that be getting upset for a few minutes, whether that be screaming, whether that be going for a run because you just got to get it out, whether that be going to the gym, whether that be writing a song, whatever that looks like for you. Move these emotions. Remember, you are not the emotions, but these are emotions that were created a long time ago throughout the trials and tribulations of life. Okay, and so they're in your energy field. So in order to get to this position, this Ace of Wands and this almost like a limelight position. I don't know if you're trying to be a teacher or a musician or whatever that is, but it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good. In order to get there, you got to get rid of these old lower beliefs that have been created within all of us. So a lot of us are going through this process right this second. But more power to you, because you're doing a great job. All right. Let's see. Your masculine side is doing great. I mean, I think a little bit lost, a little bit trying to figure things out, but moving one foot in front of the other, right? Facing these shadow sides, communicating, trusting, faith, having faith, holding this vision, knowing that you've already made a decision. You've already made the decision. You know who you are, you know what your value is, and there is no going backwards. This is it. I am good enough. And because you're holding on to that with unwavering faith, you are going to accomplish your goal. Your masculine side, I think right now, just needs to be told you are good enough and you are going to accomplish your goal. I'm not just speaking to anybody. I'm speaking to you, the person that's been drawn to hear this video. I'm speaking to you. You are accomplishing your goals. Things are aligning for you. Believe that. Make that a part of your belief structure. You're going to have character building days sometimes, but that's because things are moving. Let them move. Let them move for you, okay? Keep your vision. All right, tell me, let's clarify a little bit more as we wrap up here. King of Cups. The Moon. King of Cups. You're definitely coming out of a relationship, all right? There's somebody in your life that you know does not serve you, okay? And that transition is happening. Now, this does not have to be a malicious, mean, upsetting transition. All you have to do is stay in love and light, but hold your vision and hear yourself. Whatever this transition is with this energy, this person, remember, they are reflecting, every relationship in your life reflects the relationship you have with yourself. Okay? It reflects the relationship you have with yourself. So if you have a relationship externally that's kind of going through the ringer right now, a little stressful, it's because you're going through the ringer internally. Who you are. You're becoming another person. You're outgrowing the things that you're involved with right now. To let that happen. I love that the Moon card is coming out with this, because we have the expect powerful change, the Tarot card, which makes me feel like communicate and invest in what you are trying to do, right? Hear yourself. The Moon is about not having the full picture, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, so there is a sense of, how am I going to get to that next step? Remember, you don't need to know how, right? And I know that that's easier said than done, okay? But the old masculine in yourself would say, I have to create a way. That's the old belief structure. This new belief that involves co-creating, remember, like I said earlier, you're in the woods. You're navigating in the woods right now. You need that bird's eye perspective. So your higher self can see things with an aerial view that you can't, because you're in the woods. So you're not always going to know how, but your higher self will. That's why it's so important right this second to make sure you're communicating with your higher self. Take time to hear yourself. You are strong and powerful. Take time to hear yourself, because there are things that you don't know. Your higher guidance system is going to direct you in that direction. The Moon to me is things that are still unseen a little bit, missing pieces to the puzzle. If you were to move to a new location, and let's say it was far away and you got there at nighttime, it's going to look different when you first get there versus when you wake up in the morning and the sun is shining, right? Because you're going to see things that you couldn't see before. And that's the Moon energy. Is right now it's like, I feel like we're moving, but we're kind of moving in the darkness. You're just trying to figure it out, right? But you can't quite see the full picture, how it's going to unfold, how it's all going to work together. That is a part of the process, okay? And it's being clarified for you. So I hope that I can ease your tension a little bit. When you feel like, well, I'm stressed out because I don't know how it's going to happen. Well, now you know you're not supposed to know how it's going to happen. So maybe that can help ease your stress, okay? You're not supposed to know. It's going to be something that is miraculous. Powerful change? Come on. It's going to be miraculous, something beautiful, something that you didn't expect, something that you didn't see from the perspective you were at. All right? Your higher self has your back. You are strong, smart, and abundant. Your higher self would never send you down here without a game plan, especially if the plan is to move in the direction of embodying who you truly are. The universe is going to support that. Tell me about this personal issue reaches resolution, an Ace of Wands. The Fool, guys. The Fool is all about a new beginning. A personal issue reaches resolution. So listen, you're going through something. There are pieces to the puzzle that you don't know right this second. Just be in the moment. What are things that make you happy? Stay focused on them. Okay? If you're like, well, I wanted to do this because, that's what I have to do, but I'm not feeling it today. Step outside. Go for a walk. Take the day off. You have to remember, the old way of doing things was I got to do. The new way of doing things is your vibration. You have to feel good. If you got to take that day off, take that day off. If you want to go get your favorite candy bar, get your favorite candy bar. Sit there and taste it. Remember the magic in that. Whatever you got to do to feel good. You want to go for a hike? Go for a hike. Go find that open field. Right? Everything else is put on hold. Right now, the most important thing is your vibration and feeling good. Okay? Because that's going to assist you in taking this next step. Another thing that I'm being drawn to is the fact that in this depiction, the Fool is kind of stepping off the edge, taking a leap of faith, right? He's not looking down. He's not like, oh, what's going on down here? He's just going. There's that moon energy. You don't fully know, but you're just going. You're just going to stay focused. That's what your masculine side has to do right now. Stay light, fluffy, fun, and focused. Tell me about this Four of Wands. Building a new foundation for yourself. And Nine of Wands, this preparation, this being prepared. You're prepared for this, okay? I don't know if you've been talking to somebody about a new house, something that provides you with safety, with security, but that is in the making. So whatever you're focusing on, that's like a tangible object, keep focusing on it. Talk about it with everybody. Bring people in on it. Tell people, oh, this is the car I'm getting. This is the house I'm getting. This is the podcast I started. This is the song I just wrote. This is the class I'm teaching. Whatever it is, just talk about it. Talk about it with people, all right? Get other people talking about it. And the other thing is, when you're dealing with manifestation, when you have money, you could just go out and buy something. But when you're talking about manifestation, it affects other people. People see your manifestation happen. They're involved in making it happen with you, for you. So it's a really beautiful thing, because I feel like there's something going on here. You're going to be teaming up with people, or there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be something that happens that you get people talking. It's almost like they want to come to you, like, how did you do that? Okay? There's that energy, and you can tell them, I went through a long, hefty process. I went through a long, hefty process of becoming the best version of myself, of letting go of these old beliefs, of acquiring a new masculine version of myself, right? And there's that justice coming out with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like a preparation. 9 is, I have been through chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wanted to give up at chapter 5, but now I'm at chapter 9. I am stronger. I am smarter. I am faster than I have ever been. And I am ready for this. That's the energy in this card. Wands is very spiritual. It's who you are, what you want, and what your truth is. And it's being prepared for it. You are prepared for this. You have been through worse. You have surpassed the most difficult. All right? You are prepared for this. So stay focused on what it is that you want to create. Remember, everything outside of you is shifting because you are changing. You are becoming more in alignment with who you are. Stay very in the moment. Watch your thoughts. Remember, you will never have to take, it's not one step back, 2 steps forward. Get rid of that. There are no steps back. There are no steps back. All right? Only steps forward. That's what we're doing. Keep in mind, we are on a ball floating in space. All right? We're in a ball floating in space. Just for fun, let's grab one last one to leave off with as we close out. Thank our higher selves for coming to chat with us, bringing us clarification, encouragement, things that we needed to hear. Okay. Ask for what you want. Do not make assumptions. Ask for what you want. I love this. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. All right. Speaking our truth. Speaking our truth. Always do your best. Practice makes the master. By doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. Do your best over and over again. Practice makes the master. All right, so that confirms that where you're at right this second is a very transitional spot. All right, your masculine is hanging in there, but it just needs your love and your guidance right now. Okay, and this is going to be about repetitively filling up your cup. Won't last for long, but just for a little bit. Right? You already made that decision a long while back that this is the direction I'm going. So what's happening is now things are manifesting in form. Now the change is actually occurring, right? And this is something to get really excited about. So if you guys are interested in booking a read, I will leave my information below. You can hop right on my website and book that way. Thank you guys so much for loving and supporting me while I love and support you. And I will check in with you guys Thursday for the general read, see what's going on for the weekend. See what kind of progression we've made in the last couple days and what kind of clarification and encouragement we need for the next few days as they unfold.
Hello, beautiful. It is so beautiful out. It is just so beautiful.